Well, folks, we have got some stuff to talk about when it comes to Daredevil. Daredevil Born Again, the brand new Disney Plus series, which will be a continuation of the Netflix series because that's now canon, and we are getting Daredevil Born Again. They're bringing back Bullseye. They're bringing back Karen and Foggy. They're bringing back, of course, Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio. People are coming back. The show is looking to be good. I mean, we're getting White Tiger in here, Muse. There's a lot of other promising details about this show that have been revealed that just get me more and more incredibly excited for this show as we find out every little bit of information. And today, of course, they are still continuing to film the series, and today they got some set photos for us to check out here. These are via Just Jared, and they reveal our first looks at some new suits for this series, including our first look at the brand new Daredevil suit for the MCU, which a lot of people are very conflicted on this suit. I'm personally kind of in between. I like that it's a brighter red. I really like that aspect, but personally, I don't know, something just about the chest. It looks bulkier and beefier than the other Daredevil suits have looked. I don't know if that's because they did like a lot of muscle padding in there or something like that, but something about that just kind of looks a little off to me. But from the side, he definitely looks better for sure. Still a great looking suit, and definitely by far the most comics accurate suit that we've gotten on Charlie Cox's Daredevil for sure. I love that, there's a nice balance between the red and the black, and also on his billy clubs even have some black on them now as well. The biggest complaint that people have had is that it doesn't have the double D's on there. This is fan art right here. Somebody edited on the double D's, which I will admit it would look way, way better with the double D's, because again, my main problem is in the chestal area, the upper body. It just looks a little funky, but adding the double D's makes it look so much better. But what you will notice is that they do kind of have double D's on there with the belt, to emulate the double D's, which it just keeps getting weirder saying double D's on Daredevil. But you know what I mean, like he has in the comics. I do think that would have made the suit look a little cooler, but I'm still pretty happy with this suit. It's still definitely an upgrade for sure. But then we have our first look at Wilson Bethel as Bullseye, which, it's not what I was expecting at all. I don't blame people for being like, oh, Vigilante, because this does look a lot like Vigilante from Arrow. Because this is what Bullseye looks like in the comics. This is about what I was expecting, especially it's not that hard of a design to do. But instead we get this, which is, I mean, to be fair, the character of Benjamin Poindexter, a very tactile, militaristic guy. So, of course, you would have a suit similar to this. It makes sense. But, again, it's just not what I was expecting, especially because, they could have just put a Bullseye on there, and that would have made it so much better. Or really just taken the Daredevil suit that he had in Daredevil Season 3, cut off the horns, paint it black, give us the white accents, the bullseye marks, and all that stuff. Would have been perfect. But this suit, a lot of people are saying is based off this design, which you can definitely see the aspects that are similar here, kind of the more ninja-like mask. So that's interesting. Hopefully, just what I'm hoping for is that maybe this is his design for the 3 episodes he'll be appearing in Daredevil Born Again, and then hopefully maybe after that, maybe in a season 2 or whenever he shows up next, he'll get the more comics accurate design, because again, some more fan art of just, touching things up here. Suit would be pretty perfect if they just did this. Personally, I would agree with that for sure. But yeah. So these suits, I'm not the happiest with them, but I'm okay with them. They're not perfect, but they're good for the most part. Now, this is where we get into a bit of spoilers. So, spoiler warning right here. If you don't want to know anything about who maybe Bullseye is shooting in this scene, so go away now. But now that we've gotten the spoiler warning out of the way, this is a spoiler that I wish I didn't have. But of course, originally, before the overhaul of this show, it was being reported that Karen and Foggy were not going to be in the show and they were both going to be killed off screen. Now it's being said that Foggy, I think, survives, but supposedly Karen will still die in the show. Both characters are only featured in 3 episodes, but Karen will supposedly still die, which again is a spoiler I really wish I didn't know, because obviously I do YouTube, I make these videos, so I find out about a lot of spoilers, whether I like it or not, but deaths are kind of where I draw the line. That's the one thing that I don't want to know about going into something, because it just, that's like the one thing I don't want to know about. It just spoils the emotion, the raw emotion that you can experience in the moment, but whatever. Because this is like all over the place. Everybody's talking about it, so that just sucks. But yeah, so supposedly Bullseye is walking up there and he is going to shoot Karen, and you can see Daredevil is trying to push him out of the way, but I'm assuming that Bullseye is going to get that shot in just before Daredevil is able to take him out. But yeah, so those are our brand new looks at Daredevil and Bullseye in Daredevil Born Again. This shot right here looks really great for that Daredevil suit. Again, wish I had the double Ds, but maybe that's a future endeavor. But we'll see. Hopefully, I think they'll obviously look better when we see them in high quality shots on the show. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm still super stoked for Daredevil Born Again. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about these first looks at these brand new suits for the series? And thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.